Has Fallen is set to release soon, with Robert Downey Jr. rumored to be playing the bad guy. So after Die Hard rocked the action movie scene, everybody wanted to get in on the fun. You had Die Hard on a boat with Under Siege and Die Hard on a plane with Air Force One. But eventually, that trend kind of faded out by the end of the 90s. Then along came the Has Fallen movies, breathing new life into that whole one man against the world formula. It all started with Olympus Has Fallen back in 2013, where Gerard Butler's character Banning became this badass Secret Service agent who's always finding himself in these crazy siege situations. And now, get ready for Night Has Fallen, aka Olympus Has Fallen 4. But hold on a sec, because while we're pumped for more Banning action, there's been some uncertainty about the future of the franchise. You see, the updates on Night Has Fallen haven't been crystal clear. Usually, these movies drop every 3 years like clockwork, but it seems like this one might take a bit longer. Still, Butler's got the chops to keep us hooked, and the Has Fallen flicks have all been big hits at the box office. The guy's proven he's got what it takes to carry a blockbuster action film even into his 50s. Night Has Fallen is a go. Gerard Butler dropped a little hint while chatting about his flick Plane in May 2023. He mentioned they've got a script ready and waiting, but they're still ironing out the kinks. Nothing set in stone yet, but it sounds like they've got some exciting stuff cooking. Then, in September 2023, producer Les Weldon chimed in with a bit more reassurance. He basically said, "Hey, if Night Has Fallen rocks as hard as the previous ones, we're in business for more." Seems like they're cautiously optimistic, banking on the franchise's track record of bringing in the big bucks. As for the story in Night Has Fallen, get ready to see Mike Banning face a whole new set of challenges as the director of the Secret Service, following the events of Angel Has Fallen. With his dad, Clay, still in the picture, Banning's domestic life promises to add an extra layer of complexity, and you can bet Allan Trumbull will be back, likely even more prepared for whatever's coming next. Banning will likely feel the weight of his new position, especially when working alongside Trumbull. As for the cast, Gerard Butler is locked in to reprise his role as Banning, which is no surprise. Plus, we've got Robert Kamen and Rick Roman Waugh returning as writers, with Waugh also stepping back into the director's chair. And it's a safe bet to expect Morgan Freeman to return as President Trumbull, continuing his journey from surviving an assassination attempt to working closely with Banning. It's shaping up to be another adrenaline-pumping ride with the familiar faces we love. Night Has Fallen hit a bit of a snag, thanks to Gerard Butler's lawsuit against New Image and Millennium Media in 2021. Butler claimed he wasn't getting his fair share of the profits from the first film, Olympus Has Fallen. But fear not, Butler and the production company settled the matter in October 2023, dodging a potentially messy trial. Adding to the delays, Hollywood had its own set of strikes to deal with, including the Writers Guild of America strike, which ended in September 2023, and the Screen Actors Guild American Federation of Television and Radio Artists strike, which wrapped up in November 2023. With all that behind them, Night Has Fallen can finally kick into gear and bring us more Banning action. Now let's talk about how Robert Downey Jr.'s Has Fallen fandom makes him a perfect sequel villain. Robert Downey Jr. is a surprise fan of Olympus Has Fallen, according to Gerard Butler. While promoting his movie Plane, Butler shared that Downey Jr. sent him a super nice email expressing his love for the film and the desire for more of its kind. It's kind of heartwarming to imagine Downey Jr. enjoying the straightforward, no-nonsense thrills of Olympus Has Fallen, especially considering his time as Tony Stark in the MCU. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Given Downey Jr.'s newfound admiration for the Has Fallen saga, wouldn't it be cool to see him join the franchise as the next big bad? After playing the hero for so long, a villainous turn could be just the change of pace he needs. Plus, with his charisma and acting chops, he'd make for one formidable adversary for Mike Banning in Night Has Fallen. It's definitely an idea worth getting excited about. The Has Fallen series has drawn inspiration from Die Hard, but it's been a bit hit and miss in the villain department. While Rick Yoon's character in Olympus Has Fallen stands out, others like Wade in Angel Has Fallen haven't quite left a lasting impression. The franchise could really benefit from a standout antagonist like Hans Gruber from Die Hard or Quaylen from Cliffhanger. Bringing in someone like Downey Jr. could be the solution. He's got the charm and intensity to create a truly memorable threat, adding a new dynamic to Mike Banning's battles. It'd be refreshing to see Banning face a real challenge for once. It's clear that Robert Downey Jr. appreciates the straightforward, action-packed appeal of movies like Olympus Has Fallen. Heck, some even suggest a crossover with the Expendables could be in order. But whether he'd actually jump on board the Has Fallen train is a whole different story. Given Downey Jr.'s immense success with the Marvel Cinematic Universe, where he became one of the highest-paid actors in history, he's understandably been picky about his roles since Avengers Endgame in 2019. Convincing him to sign on for the fourth installment of a series that hasn't always been a critical darling might be a tough sell, even if he does enjoy the films. While it's fun to imagine Downey Jr. bringing his talent to the Has Fallen universe as a villain, it might just remain wishful thinking unless the stars align perfectly. Even though the Has Fallen movies have done well, their budgets have been getting smaller with each new installment. Robert Downey Jr. doesn't come cheap, and his hefty fee alone might make it difficult for him to join the franchise. However, as a top-tier star, he's got the luxury to pick and choose his projects. If he could wrap up his scenes quickly and enjoy himself in the process, appearing in Night Has Fallen might not be out of the question. Regardless of whether Downey Jr. joins the cast, let's hope the next movie brings in a truly memorable villain for Banning to face off against. But I have an even better idea to take the Has Fallen franchise in a new direction by making Gerard Butler's character, Mike Banning, the President of the U.S. in Night Has Fallen. Banning has saved 2 presidents in the series, and the movies, while drawing inspiration from real-world events, maintain a larger-than-life action movie vibe. So while Banning hasn't shown much interest in politics before, his heroic actions and patriotism could feasibly lead him to the presidency within the movie logic. In Night Has Fallen, which is still under wraps in terms of storyline, making Banning the president himself could be a bold move to evolve the series. It would add a new dynamic, with Banning having to save not only himself but also the nation, potentially offering a fresh angle for the sequel. Aside from Harrison Ford in Air Force One, there's been a noticeable absence of action hero presidents on the big screen. Imagine a Night Has Fallen trailer showcasing Banning as not just a tough action hero, but also a commanding leader. It's a winning concept in itself. The Has Fallen movies thrive when they balance thrilling action with a touch of humor, and the idea of President Mike Banning brings a whole new level of potential comedic and dramatic moments. While going bigger and crazier isn't always the answer for a franchise, the evolution of Banning into the president feels like a seamless progression. Well, that's it. For now, make sure to hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel to get updated regularly with the latest news and reviews on upcoming movies from us. Thank you so much for watching our video today, and we hope to see you in our next video.